Comrades, your eyes do not deceive you. Our beloved libertarian oligarchy of Youtubia has not fallen yet to the conspiracies of our enemies. Let us continue to rise, comrades, rise like the eagle, and spread the prosperity to our people. I, Admiral President Andre for life, shall guide you into the future, and tomorrow comes after the victory. Ah, comrades, my delusions of grandeur are getting the better of me again. But let us not tarry and continue. What did you think of our flag and anthem there at the beginning? I thought that would be a nice touch, if we're to be a proper country. We must have an anthem. We have a flag, of course, but what is it that stirs our spirits into action? That is the question. That is the music that we need. Anyway, I want to see if this hill here has any minerals. Just as we now continue, of course I'm paused now. Traffic in this part of the country is out of control. But I think, yes, let's continue with the way that we've been going. And exploiting the natural resources here. We'll just keep going with the high rises here, I think. So this is now right on the border with other countries, but that's okay. This is still our territory. Now, I also want to find out if we can exploit this. No, we can't really. 10%, 10%. We can remove it. These two we can keep because it's too far from the road. But the one here I can just clear and place another lovely housing estate. So yes, comrades, the quality of life here in Youtubia is fair, but I see something which vexes me. Why is our money going backwards? This is not a good omen, comrades. The slums here have been cleared a little bit, so let's put some... Now let's continue with the high rises. We need to get more taxpayers, good grief. That's a strange turn of events. Let's continue exploiting our natural resources. We need to get into this part of the jungle. So to that end, I'm just going to clear these things so we can put one of the... Oh, wait a minute. Pause for a second. Looks like there's been some new upgrades here in the meantime. What is that? Oh, it's above 75,000 population. This is a monorail and a station to get our people moving. Fantastic. Things are still growing with this game. That's a very good omen. Very good indeed. So we can continue to expand our country in new directions. And I have to say, since the last episode, the creator of this game actually followed me on Twitter. So I have to say, comrade, if you are watching, I salute you. This is a most enjoyable game. Now, let's see, where is this gold located? 92, let's try there. Drill deeper, our budget is suffering here. No resource found. Good, good, good. We need to double down on this whole area. Start underground survey. Minus 118, good grief. Go on, go on. Aha. We'll just have to exploit this whole area. Excellent. Hopefully this will now start to turn things around for us. The stock market seems decent, but it's been on a downward trend. Now, I'm wondering if that has any connection to the overall state of the economy. Strange. Okay, things are turning, comrades. Things are turning. It seems if we get enough gold, we can reduce our deficit there. But we'll have to do some investigating here. Okay, exploitation is on the rise there. Some buildings are being abandoned. Make sure that land value is high enough and that demand bars are positive. It's still the problem of the middle class, comrades. The middle class has never fared well in our libertarian oligarchy, and they are continuing to decline there. However, the upper class, we can see there's a huge demand for that, and of course the lower class as well. I'm afraid we're just going to have to continue to expand some housing here. There's a desert tile. Didn't even check if there was oil there, but I doubt that. Hopefully anyway. Just zone this whole area. Get some people in here. Now how the traffic is going to respond to that, I'm not sure, but there's still a few patches of road that we can upgrade. I think that will have to do. We can't really go beyond that. Now I'm wondering with these monorails, do they go over the roads? Most likely. Interesting city skylines vibes there, I have to say. That's a very good thing. So close that. We have an issue. Pause. Our Great Council must consider something. Should legislation include animal rights? Animals should not be subject to any legislation, prohibit and prosecute animal cruelty. Livestock is required to be raised in its natural habitat and in great conditions without pain. Grant the same rights to the animal than to the citizens and prohibit animal exploitation. Oh, good grief, comrades. Here I'm a bit conflicted because I know our culture here in Youtubia, essentially, if we can call it a culture, is to have the government keep its hands off the affairs of the people. So, in that sense, we should pick the top one. But I think at a minimum we should do prohibit and prosecute animal cruelty. I would like at least level 3 here, raised in a natural habitat and without pain. That, I mean, come on, any decent person would say that. The other one, I'm not sure what the consequences would be to giving animals the same rights as citizens. That's a bit strange. Will they vote? I don't know. Then I might lose my throne here. No, I think let's go for the third one. It doesn't actually cost us anything. Livestock is required to be raised in its natural habitat and in great conditions without pain. That is the least we can do. Lower income is growing because of that, but the upper and middle continue to fall. But the upper is still on the up and up here. So I think that would not really affect them. We are now in a capitalist democracy. Good grief. So this animal thing has pushed us just over the edge. I wonder though, could that be really the issue? A capitalist democracy. I would have almost thought by giving such a level of protection to animals, it would push us away from a capitalist democracy because we're putting certain limits there in place. Ah well, we're a capitalist democracy. So be it, comrades. We are no longer libertarian. We allow the market pretty much to dictate everything. Except animal rights, of course. But when it comes to the rights of people, it's a free-for-all. Money rules. What does that say about us, I wonder? Let's get a low density area here by the mines. Of course, the workers still need to live somewhere. At least we're getting money now. What could we place? Parks. There's a few things that we will unlock still in the future. That should be interesting. The arcologies as well, but that's still quite a bit of population away. So what's going on? Some buildings are being abandoned still. It might still be the slums. There's still a few places where the slums exist, like right here. This is where they started originally. But right in between we have a nice, wealthy estate. That's interesting. Land value unknown, land value 3, desired 35. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Desired -1. Land value 92. I'm not sure. Land value 152. Now obviously the higher the land value the better, but I'm not sure what this desired means. Desired -1. Desired 0. So does that mean this one is happy, they don't desire anything? Not sure, we'll have to see. So what can we do, comrades? Let's have a look at our trade here. We are still... No, we're consuming a lot more than we are producing. Comrades, you have indeed been fruitful. Our population has been growing rapidly here. I can remove this bit of desert. No oil there. At least we are safe from invasion. But there's a few places, of course, that we do have oil. What happened? There's another issue. Can I remove that? Oh yes, 5% is hardly worth it. Just remove that. And then we can lay some farmlands out here. Good. Now, what's the issue? Just pause here. How should we regulate genome editing? Oh, good grief. We're getting into the more hardcore choices here now. Genetically engineered babies and human cloning are allowed. That would again be a case of having the market do whatever it wants, but I think this is a bit too far, comrades. Animal genetics engineering and animal cloning only. Genome modifications is allowed only on bacteria and viruses for research purposes. I don't see how that can go bad at all. We'll just have a virus running wild here. All genomics experience are prohibited. Is prohibited, I guess. Difficult to say, comrades, because this will have a very big impact on our scientific progress. I think we should allow some, but only on bacteria and viruses. Now, what the full impact of this is, I'm not sure, but I think with something like this, even though we've been very liberal with our economy, we need to be a bit more conservative, because once we have engineered babies running around, then we're in a whole new world. So I think let's do this incrementally. It doesn't really change anything, so it's fine. If there's a specific need to expand genomic testing, then we can address that, but until then I would be a bit reluctant. Let's get some more farmland here. Just want to at least make sure that we can feed ourselves, otherwise what is that saying about our capitalist democracy? Is there any exploitable resource here? No, we can clear all of this. Sorry, forests and so on wiped out. That's where the capitalist side comes in. Ah, comrades, how far have we come from our communist and socialist utopia? Those were the days, were they not? Okay, let's just see. Any more oil anywhere? What are we doing in terms of that? So iron production, we are certainly producing about twice as much as we are consuming. Oil, pretty much the same story. We could step it up a little bit, but it was really the food issue, and that's still the problem. We're still not producing enough food. Hopefully when these farmlands become productive, we can actually address that problem. But I think in the meantime, let's get more oil. If you want to have a wealthy economy, oil is the way to go, it would seem. Start the underground survey and drill deeper. Yes, yes. Continue. The middle class is also continuing its collapse here. This is never good for any economy, but we'll see. Allow, the state is running out of... Hold the phone, what the... The state is running out of money. Is it now just because of that drilling there, or what? Why are we in so much of a negative here? I'm taken aback. What's happening? Oh, this is why. This is why. Just... Oh, good grief. Wreckage. Okay, so it looks like all of those gold mines have run empty. Oh, man, this is interesting. I've never had this happen. So our rug has been pulled out from under us, comrades. What are we gonna do now? This is a big problem. At least our credit rating is AAA since we've never taken out any debt, but now... Oh, good grief. There's lots of oil. I think we're gonna have to go the oil route, comrades. The gold was good to us, but this is not gonna work. Okay, pause right there before the debt starts coming in, but I can't build paused, so we're gonna have to continue. Yeah, and of course I can't build anything if I don't have money. We're gonna have to take out a bond, comrades. Let's see, how much? 10,000? For some reason the interest rate is negative, which means they'll be paying us, but that can't be real. Issue the bonds. We'll see what the impact is of that in terms of the interest. We just need oil now. Of course, this also costs a lot of money. Look at that, half of it is gone already. Okay, allow that. It looks like there's so much oil here, but just to get to it we have to remove half of the desert. No! Drill deeper, and we are almost out of money again. Okay, at least that's a few more, but is that enough? No, that's not enough. The state is running out of money. Are you telling me our flourishing state is at its end? What is happening here? Let's just pause with this open. Let's have a look. So our budget, that's the problem. You see, the education, the healthcare, and the security and justice. Our population has grown so rapidly that, you see, we're paying $30 per 1,000 citizens, but we now have so many thousands of citizens. That's the issue. Then this is costing us $3,075 a month. Then income is not a fraction of that. Utilities, roads, parks. Trade balance is of course good, but that can't compensate for this. So we're gonna have to cut social services here, comrades. This is gonna hurt the whole society. You see, our quality of life is actually excellent, but not for long. No, it's a plot by our enemies again. Let's see what that does. Okay, we're back. We're back, comrades, we're back. Things got out of hand there, good grief. Okay, we're getting 800 in now a month. Of course, everything will fall apart in terms of healthcare and education and all of that. But this whole issue snuck up on me there. I didn't realize it would run out of resources so quickly. Nothing can grow here, so we might as well clear it. See, is there anything here? 65. Maybe we can try that one. Need more money first. Go on. Good grief. Okay, at least a little bit back there. I don't want to remove any of the jungles here if there's still a chance that we could get something out of it. But now we can put some low density housing in this area. Never mind the mine dumps and all the pollution and chemicals. We can give housing to our people. Just don't look too closely at the state of the environment there. So, another issue. Let's see. This is my area, comrades. Should the government start a space program? Of course we should. What are you kidding? Private companies can get into space-related activities, but without any government support. No, that's not the way I want to go. It's restricted, never. Support and subsidize space research or create a national space exploration program. This will cost us almost all of our money, comrades, but I can't say no to something like this. Now it's gonna happen. This boosts the middle income a little bit, and of course the upper income. Now what? Can I build something from this? I said it unlocks the space center. Maybe it's... I don't know, maybe it gets placed on its own. I'm not sure how that works. Just pause for a moment. We're still getting at least a 300 income a month, so that's not too terrible. But my question is, what happens when all the oil and the rest of the gold runs out? Now, do we get a space program? I could have sworn it said it unlocks it, but maybe it's something that will come up again. I'm not sure. This is a first for me. What is happening? These mines have also been exhausted. That's why. That's really what happened there. Would like some notice about that. To say we have 1 month until the following mines run out. That would be helpful. Then we can start planning. Okay, get some low density in there. We can get some more medium density in here. And this is all gone as well. Oh, there were also mines here. I was just thinking, is this now the farmlands? No, that was also mining. More food. Are we producing enough? Not yet. Good grief, comrades, you're eating a lot these days. You seem to like food recently. 19, 11, 12, 18, no, we can get rid of all that. Let's get some more farmlands. Instead of having to import this, we can just produce it ourselves. Iron, we are still producing more, so I don't really need to place more iron mines, but I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea. We just need to let our money accumulate a bit more there. Now we can't actually get that one. Or that one. It's too far from a road. We'll just have to wait until these other ones run empty. Then I can expand the road there. Another issue. Show me, to what extent should the government encourage lower carbon emissions? No, in this case we're going to stick to our hands-off approach. No government support to lower carbon emissions. Now the middle income population is actually growing again, or a bit more. I'm not sure if that's going to take them out of the negative. We'll have to see. So, comrades, we still have so much land left here in our country. We need to grow, we need to expand. But more people means more services. At least we got rid of these slums here. Let's place some more high density. This does look so impressive. What is the state of these buildings? Low income, low income, low income. Good grief, it's all just low income housing estates. There's one. Upper class. Low income, low income. At least there was one upper class there. Low income. So these are all the projects, essentially. Good grief. So many projects. If we look at our statistics here, I just need to have a look here. We don't look at those very often. Public approval is 50%, which is okay. It can be better, of course, but it's not terrible. Freedom index is 80, so our people are free, but civil rights are still low here, only 32.6. It's because we allow the companies to do whatever they want, essentially. Fertility rate is only 1. Population growth, though, is 10.6% a month. So, yeah, that's because of all the immigration, I guess, all the new houses. GDP growth is 2.62%. That's decent. Poverty, we have unemployment of only 0.6%, income inequality of 52. Now, I assume that's sort of middle level, I'm not sure. Low income is 94% of our population though, so maybe the income inequality is not as middling as I thought. No, good grief. So 36,000 of our 38,000 people are low income people. Oh, good grief. Good grief. Then the middle income is only 408 and then the high income 1,900. So I think we really need to promote the middle income a lot more, but so far the choices we've taken really count against them. But we can change those issues again. We can meddle with our legislation once all the issues have come up, I think. Alcoholism is 47%. What the? Suicide rate 13. Smoking rate is 96%. Sure. PhD in philosophy is 21%. Okay, wonder if those things go hand in hand. Gun owners 24%. Beautiful woman 34%. That's not terrible. No SimCity 4 or City Skyline players. Corruption rate is 0. Ah, well, that's an eye-opening exercise, comrades. Good grief. Let's put some more medium density in here. And I suppose it's time to begin expanding here, although, again, there is a need to exploit the minerals as well. Okay, I'll allow that, and of course then we'll build around that as usual. The people just have to get used to the terrible mine dumps and fumes and all of that. Now, is this within range of a road? I assume so, because diagonally it's only 2 spots. So maybe we can be nice and put a park down here. Let's take one of the $20 parks. No, if we get so little income, no. One of the $10 parks, yes. You see, we're still doing something nice for the people. Good grief. This is now Youtubia. I guess YouTube is like the Wild West in a sense. I don't think we need to spend too much more money on our roads. Maybe though. Maybe this part. Make sure that land value is high enough. So land value is again a problem. Let's look at this, the info overlay. So land value, actually land value here is not terrible. I have to say, this is quite surprising. Look how bright green this is. Maybe this whole area will become an upper income area eventually. But this part here, this is less than desirable, I suppose. But of course, on the other hand, since our population is so much low income, surely we need to have lots of housing areas for low income people, otherwise slums will appear. So I'm not sure there's a balance. We can't just have high land values. But this area is looking quite good, so I guess the parks do have a measurable impact on that. But I'm so surprised about this. Now the other thing was the traffic. Let's just turn this one off. It's okay, but this part could probably use an upgrade. So if we could afford it, which we should be able to. Is it already the medium level? I guess so. Time to go to the high level. There we go. That should forestall it for a while. What's the issue? Should we raise tax rates on cars to ease traffic and lower carbon emissions? No, of course not. No additional tax, although, you see, this is now typical government. When you start seeing dollar signs, you suddenly change your mind. 200% sales tax. No. I'm wondering if we implement this, what would be the impact of that? Sales tax on more polluting vehicles. That should harm the lower class more than the middle class. But no, we'll say no. Okay, I'm glad I did, because the middle income is supported by not putting any tax on vehicles, and that's exactly what we need now. Exactly what we need. almost getting the middle class out of this negative trend. Not quite though. Ah, there we go, 0.45. So for the first time in years, the middle class is growing and out shrinking again. Good grief. What a fickle thing it is. Foodstuffs, we're still not producing enough. It's because our population keeps increasing continuously. Which is not a bad thing, I guess, although our money is collapsing again. Some mines must have run out. Difficult to say. Still looks okay up here. Let's just turn this thing off. This is not good, comrades. This is not good. But first, let's just get some more farmland. I think the issue here is just avoiding spending anything on importing food. That should help us a little bit. We can also go down here, and is there any value in this part of the desert? 29%, no, I don't think so. We'll just reclaim all of this. And put some, for in some reason it won't let us. Oh, we're broke again. What? For real? For real? For real? Good grief. So what is happening here now? What's the issue? Utilities, that's the problem. 900. Legislation is minus 800. What kind of legislation do we have that costs us that much? Cut the social services. Okay, it was going to complain about a bond there. We needed a bond, but we're back in the positive for now. With $4 in our bank account. Can't even put some farmland down. Oh well. Now this is a big problem, comrades. What are we going to do about this? I want to see the legislation that we already have. Foreign investments, health and education, welfare 000. I don't see where we're spending so much. It's the space program maybe. Unlocks the space center. I still want the space center. There's another issue. Should private corporations be allowed to provide security services? Yes. Leave the economy alone. Private companies are allowed to provide armed and unarmed security services. Do it. So the lower income is harmed a little by that, but the others are supported. So that gives us a bit more income. But now where is the space center? Just going through all of these things here. Maybe it's something we still need to unlock. No, those are social housing. Interesting. What's that? Airport. Good grief, there's even an airport. Place water, place forest, and place farmland. That's it. There's no space center. Unless we just don't see it. It's just happening in the background. Do we need to pay back this debt now? No, it's happening on its own. That's okay. Once that's out of the way, our financial situation should also look a little bit better, I hope anyway. Almost at 50,000. That means the very first level of archaeology will be unlocked. Oak City. That should be interesting. Although we have to be very careful about what the impact of that is going to be on our economy. More buildings are being abandoned. But now if this area is such a high land value area, why do we... Oh, wait a minute. I just saw it for a moment. Upper class. We're starting to see a bit more upper class happening here. Upper class. Upper class. Upper class. Okay, so the project is being gentrified now. Are we getting enough food yet? Still not. The consumption is just... I can barely keep up with that. We need more. Is there any economic value to having these forests? Typical capitalist, no, but it's not capitalist anymore. It's again a libertarian oligarchy. Interesting. We're back to our old ways again, comrades. Just get more farms. More farms immediately. That should still be covered there. How much are we spending on importing foods? $46. Yet if you look, we're only getting 140, so that is still a sizable amount of our total income there that we're spending on food. Let's get more houses up here, maybe medium density. Also more out towards the oil fields. Surely the workers need somewhere to live. And some more mines, of course. Yes, good. Now we have to wait again. Another issue. To what extent should we allow gambling? Now, of course, we're not going to tell people how they should live their lives. So all gambling is allowed, no license required. Good grief, their middle income just collapsed there. It's because now they go and spend all their money on gambling. But that's why you need to gamble responsibly, comrades. Don't go and spend all your money. No, our philosophy is still that of leaving the economy alone. When it comes to things like animal rights, we can debate that a bit more because that's more of an ethical thing. But in terms of telling people whether they should be allowed to gamble or use drugs and all of that, that's something we're not going to do. Stability is 99. Let's look at immigration. It's still closed here. I wonder what this actually does to the game. Because surely when we're building new houses, that's all immigrants moving in there. I suppose it would be again in terms of our ethos to allow immigration. Libertarian democracy. It's because of opening the borders. Better not go too far. Let's stop there at 76. But again, if we're not going to tell people how to live their lives, then surely the borders should be open at all times. Oh well, comrades, I think with that we should leave it for next time. Our economy is improving a little bit again, but it's because of all the impact on the small city. Okay, there's an achievement. 50,000 people. That's a good point to leave it off on, comrades. Now, it's just because of all the lowering spending on all the social services that we've been able to survive here. But I think we should probably increase taxes as well. This is hurting our stability now. But it's only 2 points each, so let's not be too aggressive, but we can get a bit more money from the people. I mean, come on, they're living free lives here. The state is not helping them, granted, sure, but on the other hand, they can do whatever they want. So, yes, I think we'll leave it there. We can explore this arcology and all of that in the next episode, comrades. And if you do have some advice for me on ensuring our balance stays positive, then please, I'm very much open to that, comrades. We are a democracy again. So see you next time, comrades, and have a fantastic day in Youtubia. You know, some people, they complain about the adpocalypse and all of that in YouTube land, but there's always something good also happening in YouTube land. So I guess that's something to look forward to. See you next time, comrades.